And we're live. Welcome. Reiki with Will here. And today we're celebrating the full moon in Taurus on November 3rd, 2017. And my co-host is Wendy Wolf from Languages of Lights.
Hi, everybody. I don't know if you can see me or not because I'm having a little bit of trouble with my connection, so I can't see myself.
We can see you, and there we go. Yeah, it's been a high energy day today.
Boy, has it ever.
Yes. And this is such an interesting energy day besides the full moon. But when we celebrate the full moon and the cycles of the moon, we're celebrating the cycles of life. And traditionally on a full moon, we release what no longer serves us because it's like a full breath. And the only thing to do with a full breath is to exhale. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to release, but we're also going to manifest, because with the holy fire and the unlimited nature of the holy fire, we're going to, and in the room, let me show in the broadcast, let me see what we can do here. In the room, we have Maury, and we have Michelle, and Nova Cynthia, and Whispering Teams. Welcome. So apparently we're going to speak some light language.
Because
they've been speaking all day to both me and Wendy. So we're just going to continue it.
Well, I wanted to thank you too, Will, for that's one of the things I love about the Hangouts with you is the research that you do. So I really loved the premise of the day, and not just the full moon, but the Aldebaran and everything. And so I really, definitely interested in having you elaborate a little bit on that. And I just wanted to, for some reason, I don't know, maybe a year or two ago, I don't know how, but as synchronicity would have it, had come into the idea of that planet and the Aldebaran, and for some reason it has always resonated, and I don't know why. It's just one of those things and so when you brought it up yesterday, and something just like rippled through me, and I still am not even sure what it is or what it's about. So I don't know. I thought that was kind of interesting, but I like the intro that you wrote up representing what today is about. So yeah, very, very cool.
Yes, and just because I say these words doesn't necessarily make them true. Okay, if you resonate with them, excellent, because we're just giving ourselves permission slips to manifest and to release. And if any of this astrology or celebrating the moon cycles resonates with you, then go with it, because we're giving ourselves permission to be our true authentic selves and to release what no longer serves and to invite in what we truly desire. And it is all that we're doing. Now, with that preface, this is the full moon in Taurus, and the moon also happens to be, the astrology term is with the occultation of, I like to say it Aldebaran, but it can be Aldebaran. Whatever it is the fiery eye of Taurus. So occultation, there we go. The moon, from the Earth's point of view, the moon is in front of that fiery eye of Taurus. And So we can't see it, is basically what it is. And to me, that energy coming from Aldebaran is coming through the moon and circling around the moon, coming to us. And that enhances its energy with the moon's energy. It mixes it and it brings it right into our heart center if we choose to allow it. Now, this is a magical and romantic full moon. Venus is in the exact same spot that it has been since the previous new moon in October. And get these numbers, Wendy, which is 25 degrees and 55 seconds in Libra, which is the balance. So the 2 is for duality, but it's also for the twin flame and the pairing, which is why it's romantic.
Got it.
And that and the 555, which is the slap in the face of reality. But if we engage Libra, where Venus is the planet of love. So we want to invite it all in with level-headedness. And besides going, oh yeah, Venus, it's going to be romantic. I'm going to with you got the vibration. So with you, Google search, do your homework on what that means. And Aldebaran, which is the fiery eye of Taurus, is an Arabic name which means follower, and it's implied that it's the follower of the Pleiades, because that's what is next when the Earth rotates in the night sky that we see is the Pleiades. And to me, my heart always goes out to the 7 sisters of the Pleiades. And Aldebaran is associated with abundance. Why wouldn't we want that when we're manifesting either on a new moon or a full moon? And it's one of the 4 royal stars or guardians of the sky. Because I know Wendy resonates with that highly. And if you tune into last night's light language meditation video on my channel, there's a lot of the guardianship. One of the entities that channeled through and gave a message was basically the shaman of the universe, who gave us the key codes to the planets and the stars, of whom, whichever we resonate. And if we are resonating with Aldebaran and our planets around Aldebaran, those key codes, the vibration of those help us to unlock the resonation and the abundance of Aldebaran and the Pleiades and the moon and Shamans are guardians of planets and guardians of the sky. And this was in about 5,000 to 7,500 years ago during the Age of Taurus. And when in the Age of Taurus, Aldebaran marked the vernal equinox. And anybody who knows me knows that I love the vernal equinox. It's the new year. It's bringing in the new. It is all about, I always do a water blessing. Jump in with light language. I hear you talking, Wendy. And
it was funny because I was like, hey, was that Katie? All of a sudden, I was like, I was like, I was hearing Katie in my head.
And thank you for saying that, because I'm now enabling them in the broadcast. Because I'm off trying to read from the write-up and get cues. I'm trying to be human and read, but they keep jumping into explanation, which is so funny. And anybody who gets that understands how interesting of lifestyle this is.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
And Aldebaran is one of the 4 archangel stars in the heavens, according to the Persians. Aldebaran is associated with Archangel Michael, and they together are called the Watcher of the East. And what's so interesting is the East is the direction of the new, which is why we want to bring in this abundance, which is why it's associated with abundance as well. And this language hopefully is unlocking. It's offering the invitation to unlock the abundance and the receptivity of abundance. And the others, the other 4 archangel stars in the sky are, let me see if I say this right, Fomalhaut, which is associated with Archangel Gabriel, which is the Watcher of the South, and Regulus, which is the Watcher of the North. The North. Okay, we didn't do this in order. With Archangel Raphael, and Antares with Archangel Uriel, the Watchers of the West. And if you tune into Wendy's channel, what we did earlier today, is about twin flames. And there was love light language in there as well. And Aldebaran, they directed us to do this video today under the influence of the full moon and on the influence of Aldebaran, which is also the very smooth talker.
I didn't even know that.
And what does it mean for you? Well, guess what? It just means awesomeness. And join us yet. Come join us. The participation link is on the Google event. Yeah, the Google Plus event page. I'm tongue-tied at this point.
Yes.
Light language and English are just...
Yes, but I meant to tell anybody that too. If you're looking for the link to hop in, yeah, the link to participate is right there in the Google event page. Yeah, hop in.
And on the live chat on YouTube. Yep. Now I don't need to read anything else, so I can I can close that event page. So I'll have a little more bandwidth. And Temple Beautiful is here. Kawa, welcome.
I did listen to your video today. I mean, your audio today. I just haven't had a chance to get back to you. But yeah, it seems like no matter what, it's almost like no matter what it is that you speak or send me, I can't help it. I always see freaking Egypt.
That's what we were talking about. So that's good, Wendy. Then.
It's just so weird because every time you say, well, what do you say? What do you get anything on this? And it's like, all of a sudden I see the visions and it's just like, wow, I see Egypt again. I mean,
that's good. That's good. So we know that it works. We know that, like, I can trust what I'm speaking. You know, I should know that by now, but you know.
So we didn't really have any kind of formal format here. We just really wanted to get together and just the idea of and the energy of full moon manifestation and this idea of love and opening up every time we have one of these full moon activation events and we just get together, we're literally opening, and Will and I were talking about this earlier in the Twin Flame video, we're literally opening these love portals, you know, wider and wider to allow the energy into the earth. So this beautiful combination tonight, and I love how you express the different, the 4 directions as well, along with the archangels. I love how all of that came together today, and allowing of like the what we're letting go of, and because full moon is a time of releasing what is no longer serving us in order to create the space to manifest new. And I just like the way that all mapped out today. So
absolutely. So why don't we invite in anyone who wishes to do a blessing in light language? Instead of everybody unmuting at once.
Yes. Yeah, you'll have to police it since I don't have the chat box. But yeah, if any, yeah, let's do that.
Yes. So if you unmute, that's your signal to me that you want to speak, and then I will call on you.
And any language will do. Any comments?
Cynthia, thank you.
Oh yeah, please go ahead.
I share my fire wand that I mentioned. I carved this out of cedar in like 1988, and I do Reiki fire dance with it. I was opened up during the eclipse on August 21st and told that I have the gift of fire Reiki. And I was like, that must be somewhat related with what you will and Wendy do. So I did more dancing with it yesterday, feeling the full moon energies. And what I got was so important. I've been doing a lot of shadow work in this past few weeks. I have a journal especially dedicated to that and working with ancestral energies. And so I got that it's so important for us to have this deep compassion for all the aspects within ourselves. We have, within all our aspects, we have the highest aspects of our aspects, and then the ascending and lower shadowy aspects of our aspects. And so I've been really working for the past year more than ever to deepen my self-compassion and self-love. And then I can bring that into the world and share it with others. So my message for the full moon was to encourage us all to completely love our shadow aspects and all of our aspects exactly where they are, and embrace them into the light so they can be liberated and illuminated and welcomed home, like the prodigal daughters and sons within us and within others. And to drop our judgment, of course, keep our discernment. But when we listen to others and when they're sad or they're suffering or they feel like a victim or they've been victimized, and often they have, not to judge that, to understand sometimes people are experiencing things not through a self-creation and choice, but through a pathway that they can then benefit themselves and others through more self-compassion for the small self and the big self. So ma querida, eu acho que graças ao meu catai culto short compa e cha. Thank you.
Well said.
Absolutely beautiful, sis. Man, I'm so glad you're here too. Thank you so much, for coming. We had such a great time the last time we hung out, and I'm so blessed and grateful to have had that time, and really look forward to more time. And definitely, she's such a beautiful and gifted healer and artist, and I hope that I'll be able to, well, not hope, I intend to. We intend to do some more gatherings together. So thank you so much for being here and lending your beautiful energy. I cannot express my gratitude for each and every one of you. Every one of you has been an integral part of me being able to, in this idea of the full moon, release things that don't serve me anymore and make me better, a better person, a better human, a better healer, just better, greater. And so I think that part of this whole ascension process and the self-love is not being afraid either to tell each other when we make a difference in each other's lives, because part of this process is self-love. And as much as we don't want to admit it, we want validation. We want to know that we make a difference in people's lives, that what we do matters. And so every one of you, every day, tell me how I have changed other people's lives and how I enhance. And I just want everybody else to know that too, that this is always a two-way street for me and everybody else. And every time you walk out your front door, you make a choice as to how you want to present yourself to the world, and how you want to live, and how you want to be remembered, how you want to walk out of a room. And so I think part of this is reminding us to tell each other when someone has helped you or made a difference in your world, or because we have to remember how it feels when someone else does it for us. And this is part of this circle of self-love, of part of this, the circle of service to one another, to assist ourselves in becoming these highest versions, of ourselves. And so I think that part of self-love is also, sometimes it's actually hard to show someone appreciation. And I think that we need to do as a society, the more we do of that, because, every single person, I actually try to make it a point in my life, no matter who I'm dealing with in the world, to be present with them, to whoever you're interacting with, grocery store, gas station, bank, whatever, that when you're engaging with that person, that you're actually making that moment's the most important thing to you. And I think part of this whole process of allowing more love into the planet is also giving that love and giving that appreciation out, because it gives the next person permission to do the same. And so I think it's not just about, maybe not just about being of service necessarily, but also when someone else serves you, that you show your appreciation for them as well. So I don't know where that came from, but I just wanted to throw that out there too, that sometimes it takes these full moons and these gatherings to remind us to show appreciation for those in our lives who have made difference in our progress, in our ascension, and even if it's just support or what have you. So.
Well said, Chica Hornaya.
So anyone else? Would anyone else like to give a gift of their full moon manifestations, or what are you letting go of, or do you have any blessings or anything at all to say?
Can you guys hear me?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Hi. I just wanted to actually say how thankful I am for you guys holding these sessions for everyone. I think it is absolutely awesome that we can all gather and share our energy like this, because it's very hard in society, just, with acceptance and the things that don't quite go along with the 3D whenever you're navigating dimensions. I actually just wanted to share a breakthrough that my husband and I had just had today, and it goes right along with what you were saying, Will, about the twin flame connections, and reunification is something that we're experiencing right now. And it was hard at first, not wanting to push healing on my husband and allowing him to do what he needed to do and me to do the things that I need to do in my own way and his own way. But today he sent me a message, and I thought that it would be, it would have some validity here. So this was his message to me. He says, "We tell each other we love each other constantly, but it's been a long time since I told you why I love you. It's because from the very first second I saw you, I had known you for 50,000 years or more. That we had played among the stars before life played on Earth. That I had finally found my soul because it was attached to yours all along. And then you spoke, and it was like standing next to a tornado and not being ripped apart. I drowned in your scent, in the way that sunlight gleamed, and in the way sunlight gleamed through your wavy red hair. My heart was crushed with love because I realized I had no idea what love was before you. 11 years later, you had given me the one thing I always wanted and never had, a family." I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to not be too emotional. My heart was, oh, no. 11 years later. So sorry. I'm new at this too, so you guys, I apologize. I'm a noob.
You're doing perfectly.
Okay. 11 years later. And even after all this time, I still lose my breath when you step out of the shower, or you get dressed up, or you're proud of the way you look. You gave that to me when you gave me my soul. You made me feel human when I thought I was already lost. You gave me a purpose I didn't think was possible for me. You made me a husband and a father, and I never thought I deserved it. Eternally grateful isn't sizable enough to describe the debt I owe. Now I know my soul is tied to yours, traveling side by side throughout the ages, spending forever trying to honor that gratitude. I love you forever and always. My response was, I think that's the most pleasantly unexpected message I have ever received in my entire existence in this lifetime. I cried for a few minutes, just taking in the vast beauty of the love that we are together and that we have been our entire lives. I've been thinking about us all day and everything we've learned through and about each other and ourselves, and it just astounds me at how incredibly fortunate and rich we are that we've come to know that feeling of unconditional love. I'm in awe of us. I'm in awe of you. You have opened my heart in ways and to parts of myself that I never knew existed. Ways I couldn't even imagine were possible for or available to anyone, least of all myself, because of how damaged I thought this world had made me. Then again, it's like you said, in the back of my mind, I knew that kind of love was not only possible for me, but was waiting for me to come join it when I looked into your eyes. When I saw that beautifully brilliant energy around your being, he actually glowed whenever I saw him. His crown chakra was golden. But anyway, and just as brightly as you lit up the room that night I met you, on the first day of the rest of my true life, you have ignited that love and shined its light on the deepest and darkest aspects of me that I was too afraid to love and accept. I can't even express in words how infinitely grateful I am to your spirit for finding mine. I know now that our spirits were just recognizing our souls that were mirrors of each other. You've brought back my will to live at times when I felt that I was most unworthy of that gift. You've breathed new life into every aspect of my being and have given me the honor of being your wife and the mother of your children, there is no greater gift. There is no greater commendation than to be your partner and to share all that we have experienced and are experiencing together. Thank you so much for telling me why. I drank it in like a thirsty traveler, and it has renewed and satiated my entire being. I know these things already deep in my soul, but to receive it from you completes me. Sorry, that was it. I've got to...
Holy cow.
Can you close that door, please? I'm so sorry, guys. That was our breakthrough today.
Wow.
Totally
So I
awesome.
thought that
And don't worry about the background noise either, because
Yeah,
it's just
I have
part of
four-
it.
I have 4 children.
Yay.
Wow.
So,
Boy,
and
that's awesome. Oh my God. Boy,
That
I'll
was-
tell you
that
what,
was
that if
amazing.
that's not the epitome of everything that we talked about, and when you guys see the twin flame video, you're gonna freak out at all the synchronicities with that letter that she just read.
Yay.
Will, because Will and I just finished a twin flame video that's being, well, it's being processed right now, but
I was actually...
we just finished it right before we started this hangout. We are actually, that's why we're part of the reason we were running behind too. And that is the epitome of wow.
That's awesome.
I'm like, okay, anybody who can marry anybody who can write something like that and feel something like that is absolutely mind-boggling.
And it's so unexplainable to other people, but it happens.
You can't. You can't. Wow.
But anyway, I was
Definitely.
about to make a video about it myself. I'll have to go watch yours first, so I don't.
Well, you'll have to.
No.
Yeah. Whenever I get it uploaded.
Whenever you feel the vibe, it's when you make the video. You don't need the
Exactly.
confirmation from anybody else's video. The pureness in your heart and what you're feeling. Well, it's time to capture it. Do it.
Yeah.
I'm shocked at I am truly shocked at the synchronicities of that and the letter and the fact that even just how everything worked out today of when we did the video and so very, very synchronistic. Wow. Thank you so much for sharing such a beautifully poignant, personal letter. I mean, that was very, very generous and kind of you to do that.
I actually wasn't even going to jump on and say anything. I don't speak light language. I can understand it to a point, and I understand the symbols better than I can take in the language. But I do understand the language to a certain extent, like pieces of what the feeling is. The
feeling, exactly.
Yes.
And again, light language is so multidimensionally, multi-layered that it's not necessarily meant to always be translated. Now,
right.
Yes, there are times when we are able to translate what we're saying. We're able to translate what they're saying. We actually have other channels who are able to translate our languages. It's fascinating sometimes for somebody else to translate what we're saying. It's phenomenal, actually, for me. And
absolutely,
what you just read though is a language of light, and this is what I've been trying,
of course,
to explain to people since I started this channel. Was everything is a language of light, and we all emit it, we speak it. Everything around us, every single thing in creation, and whether it's color, it doesn't matter. Everything is everything, right? So,
right.
And the fact that you followed your heart and that you presented that tonight is a confirmation of that you knew instinctively that was precisely what needed to be shared tonight, because that is also the purest language of light that there is. I mean, and what you guys did in that letter is basically taking light language itself, the purity and the essence of it, and putting it into 3D words. And you're right, you can't explain that feeling to someone, and this is exactly what the entities are trying to explain to us is, once you guys can set aside the words and only embrace the feeling, now you can interact with us. Because we don't speak in words like you guys do. And in order for you to interact with us and your higher self and your spirit guides, that's where you need to be communicating from, not from the words. And so, but you were able to take this whole thing and bring it all together, you know. And so that was the ultimate contribution of that's like the living representation of a language of light. So it's because it's the feeling that evoked in it. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you guys for letting me share. I appreciate it.
Yes, is there anyone else that would like to say anything, share any comment, language, anything?
Hello, can you hear me?
Venus is in the house. Yes, hi.
Hi. But it's been going through my head, so. Awa anashonaki, arus amole tosamak. Amor namatsam legmose, imonisop. Maroshimoripos, re mon matsesti. Matisi no gilazi, lomo.
Omasha te na antesho no ko na sato koshnate nashu naima sonu sotosha ane so uno sho mahanate so shuuru ahenu so uno na asha enua ni haya. My interpretation that I received of what you said, what I was hearing in my heart was that you were grateful for finding this galactic interaction, and that it has opened you up in ways that you know will ripple through your futures, if you will. And that you were expressing how, and I want to thank you for speaking light languages, because this is the first time I've gotten a chance to interact with you and actually speak languages with you, so this is really nice. And so I happen to know that Maury's a musician, and so so they're saying to me, or what they're saying was, you were saying how you know that this has opened up or activated something within you that will help you actually be more of your authentic self, and to be able to be more passionate in your own music. That's what I was hearing.
The other thing too is, it's funny, I get on here and I get a little nervous. Today, and during running my errands, I was speaking light languages, and I get on here and I choke. I even start sweating. It's weird because I've been a performer before and never had problems doing that. Last night, after I finished with Will, I missed almost all of his speech before the meditation. So I went back and listened to the video on my television and had much better volume. Meditation, and I kid you not, I mean, I wasn't hearing so much light languages. I was hearing a lot of, there was two things. I was hearing scalar interference, and I hear voices like that a lot. And then there was another set of voices there that and they've been there for about a week now. It's my spirit team that's talking to me through dimensions. And there was a song that I went down and played on piano. There's a piano here where I'm at. I wanted to post it last night, but I just didn't get a good enough recording of it. Too many interruptions, but I'm going to do it tonight. But while I was doing meditation with Will, watching it, with the Aquarian fire coming up through me and imagining the Taurus, I mean, it felt like I was like I was transforming right then and there. Incredible light going through. Incredible energy.
Yes, thank you for that confirmation, because what you just said, and as you know, I got called away last night and I wasn't able to be at the hangout, and so I didn't get a chance to, I did watch it, but I didn't get a chance to, participate. But everything you just said was what they just showed me in vision. Everything. I'm actually, it's not unusual to come in hangouts and be, it's not even a nervousness necessarily. I don't think sometimes, because I still have it too. It's an excitement, and literally our DNA is, we're vibrating so fast when we're interacting with each other in these hangouts, that we really physically don't always know what to expect. I still, every single day I do this, I can't even tell you sometimes how I react to my own videos, or how I feel when I'm making them, or how I feel when I'm finished, when the camera goes off, is what you guys don't see. So it's emotional situation. I mean, sometimes it's so powerful, it's as if, I don't know how to explain it. I don't know, like you just had a love affair with somebody, or you just had this like this most blissful interaction, and you don't even know, there's no words. So I couldn't explain it, even if I wanted to. And so when we get together like this, all of us, we talk about it. Sometimes we sweat, sometimes we get freezing cold, sometimes we, your heart pounds, because we physically are dealing with energies we've never dealt with before. Even our ET friends don't really know for sure how this is going to affect us. They don't know. And now you've got the solar flares, and you've got all this beautiful, loving, blissful energy that we're still trying to figure out how to assimilate. And the light language is really, I understand what you're saying. I speak them all the time, and I speak them under my breath, and everywhere I go. And depending on where I'm at, or who I'm around, or what energy I pick up, it's an amazing experience. I will hear languages immediately, or I'll hear a star system, or it's very interesting what's happening to all of us. So it's not unusual that you would experience that. But that whole thing with that connection to your music, yeah. But that connection to your music, though, that was definitely what I heard. So.
I was just going to say that that last night, while I was meditating, I got into meditation so deep, and one of the voices I was hearing, how bright he's getting. And I envision in my head, I envision a Taurus with rainbow colors, blowing out like a sprite. Really cool. I really appreciated it.
That's awesome. Really, so, thank you for your feedback.
Appreciate it.
Will's awesome, isn't he?
I just bring through the Aquarian fire, the holy fire, and it's the awesomeness. Chico Hosanoya Kasanyata. I get to bring it through. That's my gift. Chico Hosanoya.
Exactly. We exude awesomeness.
Well, I didn't want to say it that way.
Well, then, see,
I wanted to give credit.
Well, we all still need to give a little bit of credit to ourselves also, and that's what I'm reminded of tonight, is we're also afraid as humans to allow ourselves to enjoy that little bit of spiritual pat on the back. Sometimes it's hard to do because we're not used to doing that. So, it's okay to be called awesome and say thanks.
Thanks.
So you're all awesome.
Awesome.
So anybody else want to say anything? I want to make sure everybody gets a chance who wants to talk.
Temple Beautiful wanted to share something relevant.
Oh, and symbols. It's funny. I wanted to say something before she said something. She just sent me a thing of symbols that she drew, and she said, "So what do you think?" And then Maury said something about, sometimes I resonate with the symbols more, And then, so I was just like, okay, that was very synchronistic also, because as many of you know, many of us are writing these symbols now. So that was pretty funny that he said symbols and then she sent that like almost.
And you know, music and the arts, that's a very Palladian thing. And the symbols, that's a very Arcturian thing. And there's just melding of all.
Oh, there's so many, but those symbols are. I mean, there's no limit to the types of symbols that we're drawing. I mean, no. Well,
I've never done that before, so I was pretty proud of myself. I pat myself on the back, and I wanted to send it to someone who does this all the time. So. Oh,
and I forgot that I just found out that Alicia also plays piano. I didn't even know that until a couple of days ago. She plays beautifully.
Well, I can't give you all my talents in one shot because I have to impress you throughout, the time that we know each other to keep it going.
You're so funny.
If I just did it all at once, it would just be over and you guys would be bored with me,
that was so funny.
What I was going to say is that is it Mari? Okay.
Maury, yeah, I guess Maury, is that correct?
Maury. Okay. So what I was going to say is
it's Maury.
Hi, Maury. I'm Alicia. So
Hi,
even
Alicia.
though you get really nervous and stuff, like Wendy and Will and I, we talk all the time and do all these videos, but then there's times where and Wendy was in this one where we just did one for a business page that I had never done it before, and everything was going fine and I was really nervous and I did awesome, but then after everything was done and over, I just was bawling. I had this huge release. I was like it was crazy human bawling too. And so you just never know, you never know what happens, because it's once you're in between the spheres or in between the dimensions. And then when you get back down to the third dimension or the fourth dimension, whatever you're on, you just never know. You just got to go with the flow, I guess, is my thing. So it happens to all of us. There's no, it's all good. No worries.
It's not nervousness either. It's excitement. I mean, it's like butterflies. Incredible.
Well, I was really.
I used to play viola.
Yeah, I was really excited
too.
I mean, I think sometimes I kind of.
Before I played.
No, go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I just was going to say I used to be in the and those shows I used to really get nervous for. It feels like that. It feels really intense. I loved playing. I loved hearing something behind, with what I was doing. And it was that kind of feeling. It was that kind of sensation. It was astounding. I had more. I drew more glyphs today before this session.
I'm glad that you said that too, because I want to start. I'm going to start doing more light language hangouts too, where we're actually going to be. I want to do more where we're interacting together with the light languages and the glyphs, and actually.
Yeah, integrating the two.
Focus on that, and yes, and actually having hangouts where we're literally creating as we go along with the languages and writing and doing the glyphs and seeing what comes through, because I have been fascinated recently, most recently especially, at the similarities between all of our written languages, and there is no way that we can make that up. It's just not possible, and especially all of the ones I'm seeing on Facebook, and there's several different groups that are forming now on Facebook that are sharing this stuff. It's uncanny how much of it is so similar to each other, and I have had dreams, crazy dreams lately, where we've been together. I dream about, and then people will message me, "Oh, I dreamt about you last night." So. I had another one this morning. Somebody, my girlfriend, she said and I know, and it's especially the last 3 nights have been insane. That how much so many of us have been together, and I'm dreaming that we are teaching and speaking light languages. We're galactic traveling. I mean, it's really accelerating. So, yeah, the spirit guides have been saying, you know, let's get together and start, you know, doing these, you know, hangouts together with the languages and the symbols, and really to get this stuff out there, to just, you know, every little bit is about awakening the world, and we're all activators. We're all illuminating each other. That's the whole point of all of this.
And they just did a TED Talk recently where a woman took like all the glyphs from inside various caves all around the world and put them together in a sequence where her hypothesis is that this is actual language that is vast. It's not, or an actual known system of communication that is vast. It's not just, you know, like one cave here who decided to draw a line or three. It's a method of communication. So that goes right in with what you were talking about, Wendy.
That's really cool, because I did not know that, and that actually, boy, that just really resonates with me.
Yeah, it's brand new. I'll have to send you the link. It's pretty fascinating, and there's going to be a lot more. This is just the tip of the iceberg, so there's going to be a lot more information coming out soon on it.
That's how I feel. Like that's exactly how I feel. Like this is just the tip of the iceberg, and we are at the tip of the iceberg. Like it's us. You know, we're the ones who are literally showing the way. And you know, I don't make up those words. They give me those words. You know, so you know, they're the ones who tell me this is what you guys are. This is what you're doing, and it's pretty incredible. It's hard to explain. It's like fascinating and humbling and gratifying and empowering, and yet scary. Not in a bad way, but like because
in an exciting,
yeah,
adventurous
exactly way. Scary, like, you know, like the adventure ride, scary.
Yeah.
You know, like, you know, so what's going to be around the next turn, and oh my gosh, I can't wait to see what amazing experience or thought or you know, what can I. Isn't it amazing? And let's talk about just for a minute with the full moon and letting things go. We have to remember to pat ourselves on the back. Like every full moon, pat yourselves on the back and remember, okay, last month, 2 months ago, 3 months ago, 4 months ago, a year ago, I can't even begin to tell you the changes in me. You know, how many full moons ago, the things that I never thought I could like that I could let go of. It wasn't even a matter of like, oh, I need to let go of this. It was a matter of allowing yourself to let it go, and then it just falls away as you raise your frequency. It just falls away, but yet we forget, don't we, to pat ourselves on the back every full moon and go, oh wow, look at what I have accomplished in the last, you know, 1, 2, 3, 6, you know, 9, 12 months as time, we understand time. So we forget to remind ourselves how far we've come, and how some of, you know, and how it's the snowball effect now. The higher we vibrate, the faster we vibrate, the more it happens, and the more frequently it happens, the more faster we manifest. And then we start to realize, oh crap, I really do create my reality. And I realize now that because I'm manifesting faster and faster, I really am, thoughts are things. And I really need to be the owner of my creation, and realize that I truly am. You know, it's happening. You know, I see it happen in front of me. It's incredible. It's incredible.
The huki aya ona yana di gata, do di eskuya na dihi, kui piano tu piashiata a, kana hiatu aya naha, kita tu, kana iata.
Oops. Okay, who else in here wants to speak some languages? Who's in here? Is that
I need to respond to that. Shaya
Okay, go ahead.
Naya Asasakahawatea. Shishaya Oya Wakana Ia Ta Aska Hishishawa Ukuhuania Tisinia Cha Hukuhu Shishikaya Kuho Naya Ta Kia Tia Noa Tia. Sky.
Do I feel another triangle? Yeah. Oh, I love it.
Is there another blessing?
Kaliato na iso yayato nana ite alai shakai soto manata ite asala ishi yasuto piasoto yata kata isuto takata ishi sakalata na wayaya yasoto sayata na wakaite talakaishi sutriki kako sata wataye.
Onia toshnia utuyasana elaki na yuto kwama arusa te elaki nati sarusno baliana ki unoyawa kale sokoidaya nosa touchnia sonosia baliana etesa sonoshia. Thank you, Sean. You always bring such joy and such pleasure and excitement to my heart, and I just love your joyous and loving energy. Na yulia tasi ikwenen kisatasi. Another in which I share many, many timelines.
Yalaitia na wako aitea shalato tanaitea suto tiaka yatawa yanatoshiasa saite takata kalaitriato talania shalia satsiaso tadawa pada itea laishia kaka triakae sataitenia no muyashi salayata wapatana takata waia ya shiasata kaete yalai sonaiteato tonaishia salaite.
Love you, Sean.
I
Thank
love
you,
all
Sean.
of you guys.
You guys are so awesome.
Shikaya Hoasaya Ana Awasahata Isana Hoshishiwia Yaya Kahuananaya Chichahawa Isa Sasakana na O Chichia Na Hoshishko Shishiwia Yakanaho Itakahaya Chichikawa Skana Haya Isana Ho Takushikawaya Ishashasha Ikano Hoso Itatarashana no Hoskatskarawa Tadishi.
Tukata eoni shikiana. Tiku hui puyo no oya te yakiana. Tiko odi I kiana hatayaya. Kuya posho tuyana. Taipio nana.
Roasting that is soup the cow. No skinner brupantake. Rino.
Si Kaishanaya, why Kawasanaiti, Tarishanarity, Tatakai, Hatati Kanahutaya. That was awesome.
That's amazing.
Oh my God, are you getting what? Wow, what are you getting, Will? Whoa.
I'm just proud of Maury for allowing it to come through.
That was awesome. I was getting, okay, I'm seeing this like really large, like, boy, I don't even know how to explain them. Like, I don't know, like, well, I got to think about that for a second because I don't want to describe it in a way it isn't.
What way it isn't is say it is. I mean, there was the gentleman that came on last night, Will, the last guy as you were signing off the call. I have the beaver spirit. I found this out in a really strange way. I guess I can tell that story now. It's just really strange that beavers climbed up a hill to where I was at, and one night I had a feeling. I was staying at my mother's at the time, and I looked outside. Sure enough, there's 2 beavers. Positive it was middle of the night, so we really couldn't see them. My mom thought it was raccoons. The next day, I'm walking down on this path next to Clear Creek, and I saw the beaver was probably 6 foot from nose to the bottom, back of his tail. It was huge. Been in the area for quite some time, but the gentleman that was on last night at the very end was speaking beaver.
Wow, well, that would make sense if you resonate with that frequency, that you would attract that. Actually, that's funny because I saw a beaver card in one of my card decks the other day. That's really funny you said that. So I'll have to look through my cards to see which deck it was that has the beaver card and let you know what the meaning of it is. I'll send it to you.
Okay.
Yeah, because now I'm curious myself. Now I'm curious where I saw that. Have you ever looked up, or maybe you already have? Have you ever looked at what the beaver animal totem means?
No, I really haven't. I mean,
Actually,
what comes to my head is the normal.
Well, if you just Google that, something just told me to tell you to just Google beaver animal totem and beaver animal spirit. That there's clearly some information for you, and if you felt that language is coming through, that means that frequency is coming through for you, and there's information for you. So they're telling me that is one of your spirit animals, and you need to look up the information because there's something there for you that, either in the information or in the journey to the information. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Sure. It was like loud and clear. Loud and clear.
All right. The light language I was speaking earlier, I felt like a Syrian. I don't know why. I feel like some sort of Syrian.
Well, because I speak Syrian too, and what I was seeing was almost like it was almost like an aquatic being, not really reptilian, but maybe aquatic. And so when you said Syrian, that makes sense because there's a lot of There's a lot of Syrian beings, a lot of aquatic beings. Hello.
Something happened to the sound. I can't hardly hear.
I wonder if it's on. Yeah, because we're all pretty good. Can you guys hear me okay? Are you good? I can hear everyone all right.
I can hear you, Wendy, all right.
Okay, good. Yeah, maybe it's on your end, on your device, perhaps.
Okay, let me try something.
But yeah, that's pretty incredible because when I was seeing that being and when you were speaking, it seemed like a very large aquatic being, not quite reptilian, but something like that. And that's why I didn't want to misdescribe it. So when you said Sirius, then I saw it in my mind that it's almost like a large aquatic being, because when you were speaking, I could feel the how do I explain it? They were showing me what they look like, and I could feel them speaking like the way you were speaking in your throat. I could feel their language in my throat. I don't know exactly how to explain it, but I don't know that I can speak it. My throat doesn't quite work that way. But that's very interesting that you saw that. So I believe that, yes, that is like a guide, like from Sirius, a Sirius being, a Sirian, that type of a being. So, and they were actually pretty large, not real, maybe 6-7 feet tall. So anyway, I can kind of see it in my mind's eye, but I don't draw either, so I wish I could draw.
So Jane, did you want to share something? Chahorsa na wayashaya. Na hikota na naurasa. Shishish no hora tawarasa yacha. Ikanohora shawayaka.
Well, we'll have to give Jane some energy for a better connection. Yato seva yasa. Let's see. Yeah. So I think maybe, well, Will, do you want to, how you doing on time? Oh, is she back? Okay, good. Are you there, Jane?
Yeah, it came back on now. I had to leave. I don't know what happened.
Is there anything that you'd like? Yeah, did you want to share something?
I think he has to look up otter, not beaver. Otter.
Oh.
Well, I can tell you all about otter.
You know what? That's funny you said that too, because was it last night or the night before? You know, we were watching like one of those animal shows, and it was, wait a minute, what was it about? Otters? I swear it was about otters. Okay, this is getting really weird, you guys. Beavers and otters, seriously.
You know, what's really weird about that is what she just said is I just saw an otter, probably the first one I've seen in a long time. Far from where I was walking. I mean, walked across it, hadn't seen one for years.
Very interesting. Yeah, that's okay. And I was hearing this message a few minutes ago, and who was speaking at the time? Sean and Will. It was after, so it was Leisha, and then Sean and Will. So all of a sudden I start hearing, because there's so many of us that are even in this hangout from all different parts of the world, and so they were showing me how, like, they were saying something like, not only does like this group of people, this hangout, span the globe, all of those that are represented here in this circle of love today are represented from every span of the universe. And so that, you know, and of the multiverse. So that was a very profound message. It was a very nice feeling, a nice message. So thank you all for bringing that through. And I could really feel it when Sean was speaking, and then Will came in, and it was pretty cool.
It is, because I felt like that too. Thank you for confirming.
Excellent. I'm glad to hear that. Well, I would say that we can all take a moment, take a beautiful deep breath. And in this moment, we don't even need to necessarily define on these occasions, these new moons and full moons and manifestations. We don't necessarily need to define specifics. We certainly can, and all the visuals, the better. Well, with the understanding that we allow the universe to bring us that or better. That we do not hold tight to a vision that may not serve us simply because we think it's the best we can get. So to allow the vision to then dissolve and let our higher selves then guide us by synchronicity, to allow those manifestations to take place faster and faster by allowing us to not define them so specifically, and stay more to along the lines of not necessarily what I believe to be the best for me, but what does my highest self, and in cooperation with my highest self, what is the best for me, not what I think I need, because we have to remember, just like our beloved Bashar always says, you know, what our higher mind, you know, to us is the ceiling, to our higher mind is just the floor. So we can't even imagine what we're capable of manifesting simply by not specifying, but by allowing it to be what is the most glorious for us, and allowing that which does, even though we think it's something we still need, to allow the thought processes to dissolve, in that we allow ourselves to say, okay, let me, in cooperation with my highest self, allow it to direct me to that which I also need to let go of, in order to make energetic and spiritual room for the new manifestation. And I felt that was a beautiful message from them today about letting go of this, allowing to let go of the full moon, and once again preparation for the new manifestation.
Awesomeness. Thank you so much, Wendy. So yes, we are getting on in time, so let us, before, so I'm going to talk for a little bit, so I'm going to ask everyone to mute. I invite everyone to focus inwards for a second before closing out the broadcast. And I ask the Holy Fire to flow in, through, and around, in every way, and everywhere, and everywhere. As we manifest and release, even if we consider that our cup is full to the brim, if we allow to release part of what's in that cup, or to give away what's in that cup, it leaves room in our cup, in our heart, for the abundance to flow. And that is the key to abundance, to give away we wish to receive. For that is the allowing of the flow to come through, the flow of abundance. And if we do not have a clue of what we wish to manifest, I invite you to ask the Holy Fire to show you what are some of the options available for our highest bliss. Is showing us what we wish to manifest. And there's nothing mysterious about this. For the Holy Fire is already in our heart centers. And by sharing our gifts with others, allows those divine blessings to come through. Our gratitude, for that gratitude allows our true vibration to shine, and simply starts the flow. Nasana otohoshohu tininawarasaya awahaka ashishi wiakohonohoto ishanahawaka sanahashishia tisanohoshokohua. And as we breathe, we naturally release nahawakasanahiyasha. And as we breathe, we naturally invite in the new and that which exactly serves us. And as we acknowledge our higher selves and our lower selves, I ask each of us to not judge harshly, to not discern, to discern, but to welcome both the higher self and the lower self into the heart center. For we are complete with integrating both our shadow and our light. For this is the yin and the yang of us. It is the divine feminine and the divine masculine that is in both of us. It is acknowledging our whole self. For no matter what we wish to judge as bad and shadow that has occurred in us in a different now, it does not matter if it's in another lifetime or in another timeline or in what we perceive as this lifetime's past. We are here and now experiencing the divine bliss. For it has brought us to this now. For by definition of that, it has served us. So embrace all the pasts that we are, and all the futures that we are, and bring them into this now with total acceptance and honor and compassion and gratitude, and engage that in the flow, with honor and gratitude. For that is how we are in unification with ourselves, our twin flames, with God, and all of creation. And I give gratitude to God and the Holy Fire for allowing that message to come through. For my heart is burning, and my hands are aflame. And this is my highest bliss. And I honor you for allowing me to share. Namaste, my friends.
Mahalo. Ya kweliata shiana lea. Natu ya kweliata se.
Sinawata tahosha joa, nikonohosha waya, nayakaho sunanawata shia. I hear more from you, Wendy.
Nimara esnatesa tiliandro, como lianania torissima oleanor sonogi. Ohano coleandar situ. Neo, nayondasha. Mehoriandar snoriandar yombara hero, aliandar si. Leahoroso. Leandor siwa, taningariaso, kayandosho. Leandiar sonahi, lango, la shiarase, la haringiaso. Leandor siwa, leandor so, rankashiariki lander soma elehi, lehorase kwamakwa, la huanakolea, ushewa, menorianana, topero sotose. Oharo koya, lelo liaka, esirisi, si por shiwa li I maura, ale torise, hokore shewa liaka, tomenia, orunaka. Lisirisi, amore shewa, la kore shaka, natemona. Mahara.
Gratitude, Wendy. I could not have said it better myself. Did you want to offer a translation?
Oh, no.
Okay, let me then. Because that was built exactly right on top and said all the things that my human mind did not allow to be translated. For it is it's my mind trying to do it. It's the judgment. It's the judging of the self is what causes the separation, nohusa awacha. And it is the honoring, allow the honoring of your true divine self, allow the honoring of this now to come forth and to celebrate, because it's a judgment that, and the separation that causes the blockage of the receptivity, which is what we're celebrating when we celebrate the cycles of the moon, because the divine feminine is the receptivity and the divine masculine is the action. And we get caught up in this, I need to do, instead of listen and receive and do. And it is that divine balance. It is that blissful engagement of this now, of the awesomeness that each and every one of us, every one of you. So take a moment, hug yourself, pat yourself on the back, and throw your hands up in the air. Happy New Now. That's what I got, Wendy.
Raise the roof, baby.
Awesomeness.
I have more than one photo of me in that position.
I
love that position.
Yes. So be gentle. It's all to be gentle with ourselves, and because we can experience the bliss and the divinity in this now by simply, I don't even want to say setting aside the judgment, because by looking at the divinity, that in itself sets aside the judgment. There is nothing we need to do, and there is nothing we need to remember. It's the thought that we need to do something, and the thought that we need to remember something that keeps us away from the divinity, and the abundance that is our divine right action. I don't know. I don't think we can top that. You're muted.
But
But
that's
anyway.
what he said. Couldn't have said it better myself. What he said.
So thank you. I thank each and every one of you for joining. And I thank you, Wendy.
Gratitude.
Infinite gratitude for co-hosting this event.
And thank you all for also co-hosting this event. It was definitely a beautiful divine co-creation, and I thank all of you for your love, your energy, and when you walk away from here, just exuding this familial love that we all have for you and with you, and we're our family. We're each other's family. So.
Absolutely. So thank you so much for joining. Unlimit yourselves. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you in the next now.